this is a rant video. This isn't some barmaid gameplay pro duo hunters type stuff. This is a rant. I'm collaborating with my homie Callan, and she came up with this idea where she would play all the survivors and all that stuff, and we got a bunch of other people to play as barmaid and all that stuff. And I know in the next match we didn't really get that luxury, but hey, oh wait, this was actually the match where we got that luxury, but we all ended up getting bodied. We were doing so well, we just kind of got like pressured and all that stuff. They did the cipher pressure real well, those hunters. And basically I just came to rant to like basically talk about the new survivor and the skins that they have. I cut off there. I so desperately wanted a submarine theme or like another goth type theme, but then I realized that little girl already handled that, so hey, she ate. And I was kind of hoping for a submarine theme with Escapologist, because he would go underwater. And before any of y'all start trying to come in my comments, because I know it'll be people who don't even follow me or subscribe to my YouTube and all that stuff, or not even following me on TikTok. I see some of y'all, yeah, saying stuff like, hold up, I got the perfect voice impression.
Riddle, are you gonna complain about this essence too? You're not even Middle Eastern. Riddle, you're not Egyptian. Riddle.
This is not your right to talk about it. You already complain about everything else about Netties. Why don't you just not play the game?
Riddle,
That's how them toxic IDV fans be sounding. They just don't even want the game to get better. They just want it to stay the same. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of uncomfortability in there that I would not want to sit through. And the funny part is that I wasn't even gonna say anything. I was gonna compliment it, because I know how some of y'all get. As soon as I get ready to add my critiques, y'all be talking about, oh, don't play the game. I'm just like, I'm still gonna play the game. I just want this game to do better. You can like a game and criticize it. That's the point of a game doing better and developing into something that is so S tier that our mamas and their mamas would want to play it. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, type. So basically the point was that it was kind of like Disciples S tier with the Egyptian theme. It was super good looking, and the only complaint I had is that they didn't really make Middle Eastern characters, but they always, kind of add people who aren't Middle Eastern on there. And I just realized, because I've seen other Middle Eastern folks talk about it, some of them kind of went against the idea because they felt like they would get stereotyped to the ground, which I can see Nettie's doing, and criticizing them would just go out the window. And I was just like, you know what, it's kind of better it's not better this way. I want them to like add a Middle Eastern character, but the worry comes from the company and the fandom, and I just got interrupted by some motorcycle. That is mad disrespectful. But anyhow, that's where the worry relies. And yeah, I don't blame them for feeling that way. Like, we've seen how they kind of did. Yeah, we've seen it from other companies and fandoms. I won't say which ones. But yeah, that's how I can see where the worry relies in. But overall, I do like the poster. My thing is that I found out one of the artists traced. I'm like, how the freak? Why would you trace? I found that out. They traced Patricia's design. I'm like, y'all stay doing my girl Patricia dirty. And it's already bad enough that they use a monkey skull for her thing anytime they give her a B tier. I want that monkey skull to change. That's my only complaint. That's literally my only complaint. Like, get rid of that monkey skull. Could you change Cowboy's dance while you're at it? And that's really it. That's all I ask for. Cause it's funny. People have explained to me that, like, well, they don't speak for everybody, but some have said, oh, the costume isn't offensive, it's the dance, or they said it's both dance and costume. And my thing is that, why would Netties even put Cowboy in that? That's weird, because he's not native, and he was being cared for by Angelina's family, who is Cherokee. I don't know how to pronounce it. This just says a lot about me. But sorry, y'all. But yeah, that's all I really care about. I just want them to be respectful. Like, don't lighten the character's skin colors. Don't like, what's the face? Don't give Patricia a monkey skull, because like that's just kind of jacked up. Like, you can add any other animal, because in Haitian culture they do this closed practice, which I will not discuss on there, but just know that they use other forms of animals, and I don't think if there is, then correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they use that type of method. It's just stereotypes and racism at this point, and they know what they're doing. Like, there's no way to justify it. And then there's the Egyptian theme. I just kind of find it funny that Nitty's always goes back to that. And then, like, people have pointed out, if they're gonna use that theme, then why not make a Middle Eastern character? Well, as I said before from the last voice message there, stereotypes, Orientalism, racism, just a bunch of stuff. And then there's the fandom, who would probably perform that matter, Orientalism, and it would just be a whole type of mess that not that many people are ready to talk about, if I'm being honest. I don't think people are ready to talk about that. And if it was time to talk about it, they wouldn't want to, because then they would try to use the justification of, well, my friend is this and they don't mind. And it's like, your friend doesn't speak for everybody else. Just saying. If one person say it's offensive, then it's about time we acknowledge that, like, some stuff you just can't let slide. That's basically all I'm saying. And I've talked about this so many times on the channel, and I may get disliked for it, but hey, it's better I'm informed and telling the truth and being disliked for telling the truth than to be out here lying and saying, oh yeah, this is perfect, and then not talk about it. I don't know, it just seems fake. And I mean, you see how society and social media and the world of celebrity life treats folks who tell the truth. They either try to harm them, silence them, or threaten them. We've seen it. We've all seen it. That's how it feels in this fandom. Nobody likes to see the truth, so they go out of their way to try to squander or ruin their image. And it's just like, you're doing all that because I'm telling the truth. Meanwhile, people are uncomfortable in the fandom, and they don't I've seen there's many black people in this fandom and this community, and there's one black person who I'm chill with. I mean, I'm black too, but a TikToker, Maya, I've seen so much bogusness happen with her because of this fandom, and it's mainly racism, bullying, harassment, and I'm just sitting here like, y'all are doing this to a child. I just gotta remind y'all, that's a whole kid who's growing and literally trying to just blossom in this world, and people will do anything to tear down a black lady at that. They'll do anything to do that. And it's tragic. It's tragic how even in fandoms, people won't just put down the racism and just leave it alone and try to at least do better, so then everybody's comfortable. People speak of comfortability in a fandom and talk about, oh, I don't want to talk about this. There wouldn't be a need to talk about it if it weren't already there. You can't say, oh, this old version of the fandom was perfect without all that. I don't think you understand. It was always there. You just ignored it for the longest period of time. Now it's up in your face because people are experiencing it and getting bold. As some people say, people got way too comfortable on the internet and have been saying cruel stuff, and because of that, nobody's holding them accountable. And when they do get held accountable, it scares them. So they try to pull this, oh, I miss the old fandom. You didn't miss it. You missed the times when you could get away with stuff. That's how I see it in particular. And honestly, I hope this fandom will someday just do better and just learn to accept that while this fandom isn't perfect, we still shouldn't excuse racism and all that stuff, and just bigotry in general. that's all I wanted to say. That's mainly why I wanted to rant. It was a bunch of stuff going on. I saw it on Twitter, saw some of it on TikTok, and I was just like, guys, I don't want to rant on YouTube right now. I was out here making ASMR Hello Kitty posts. I actually just finished one recently. I'm about to post it soon after I post this video. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all have a good day or night. And I'm done ranting. That's all I just wanted to say. I know y'all are like, man, I wish you had a script. I don't feel like having a script. I wanted to rant about different things, so I changed the subject as it went, and as wonky as it was, I was trying to send a message here. Nobody else wants to talk about it because it's uncomfortable, and then they just don't want to have negativity. I'm just like, I'm gonna talk about it for the sake of letting people know that this negativity will not be tolerated. I don't want anybody being racist in my channel. I don't want anybody being cruel to each other, being bigoted. I don't tolerate that. If y'all want to act like that, y'all can get out. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, goodbye.